Okay, so we're gonna make a paracord boat lanyard. This is my first time making a video, so bear with me. It might not be too great. Alright, so what we have here are two 12-foot strands of 550 paracord. It is coyote brown and black. It's the color I have the most of, so that's what we're going to make it out of. You want to cut it to length and burn the tips, melt them so they don't come unraveled. And what you want to do is you want to find the center of both of your strands. Just take both ends and bring together like so. Pull them apart, and there's the center. So to start this, you're going to take one of your pieces of paracord, hook them together like that. So you have it just like this. So you're going to take the strand that sits the highest, which right now is this black strand. Can't tell real good, but eventually you will. You're going to take it, push it around like so, pull it between the two pieces of the coyote brown, then pull it back down. This was the top strand, and you're going to pull it to where it sits below this strand. So now your highest point is going to be this coyote brown. So what you'll do is you'll pull the coyote brown around like so, pull it between the two black cords, and then pull it down below the other piece of coyote brown like so. So I'm going to do a few of these, and then I'll fast forward and show you all the next step of doing this Boat Killswitch lanyard. The black is now the highest sitting strand. You're going to bring it around between the two pieces coyote brown, pull it through, pull it tight, and let it sit under that strand, coyote brown, through the two black strands, pull it through, sits under that next piece of coyote brown. And you can kind of see how this 4-strand round braid is starting to form. So I'm going to pause this and we'll come back and I'll show you all the next step. Alright, so we're back. This is what we have so far. This first part is for your wrist loop. So I have this at about 11.5 inches or so. I think y'all can see that. Might be upside down for y'all. Sorry. So you don't want to make your wrist loop too big or too small, because one, you don't want to have to fight to get your hand through there, and two, if you make it too big, then your wrist is just going to slip out. So for me, this is a perfect size. Fits pretty well and it doesn't just slide off there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this end and we're going to run the lower strand of the coyote brown on through there. So what you can do is you can take yourself a piece of electrical tape or any tape that you really have around, break a piece off and wrap it around the end here. That way it doesn't unravel. Makes everything a little easier. Just holds it together. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's called the Easy Splicer. I don't know if y'all can tell that, but pretty much what it is it helps to push through tight ends of paracord or other things, and then you can take and put it in there like so, and then pull your end through. Sometimes on these burnt ends like this, when they're melted like that, it's hard to get them to pull through there. You just gotta kind of work with it, and then you're gonna run it all the way down to the end here. You can take your electrical tape off, so you gotta tighten it up to there. You've got your coyote brown as your top, as the highest point. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna continue to do your 4-strand round braid like so, and you're gonna do that for a while until you reach a desired length for your Killswitch lanyard. So I'm gonna do a few of these, that way y'all can kind of see how this continues on the end of the wrist loop, and then I will pause it and I will bring y'all back. I did something wrong right there. Alright, here we go. Like I said, just continue your braid. Like you would anything else. So, as you can see, it's connected pretty well. It's not going to come loose, and you're just going to continue doing your 4-strand round braid all the way until you reach your desired length. Some people like them 18 inches, some people like them 12 inches. Some of them, you get some of these lanyards that are 30 to 32 inches. It's all depending on your preference. That kind of sounded bad, but we're just going to go with it. Alright, so I'm going to pause it, and I'll come back whenever we get to the end and show y'all how to end it. Alright, so we've made it to the end of this Boat Killswitch lanyard. At this point, you could do, a few different things. You could do a square knot, you could do a circle knot, just about anything. I like doing the cobra knots and the king cobra knots, and what we're going to do is a king cobra knot on the end of this one. So you take your 2 center strands like this, pull them down, that's going to be your core strands, and you're going to take either side, it really doesn't matter. You go over your 2 core strands like that, and then take this strand, be sure it's going over the top. See how this strand crosses over these 2 core strands? This strand on this side is going to go over this strand like so, around the back, up through that hole, and then you want to cinch it down. The first knot's always going to be the hardest. You just want to cinch it up close and tight, just like that right there. And then you're going to take it, go back over the top like so, and then this one's going over the one that just crossed, back behind your core strands, and then up through the middle of that, and then you'll pull it down tight. So pretty much you're just flip-flopping sides over the 2 core strands like so. This one is going to go over the top of the working strand, around behind your core, up through the hole, and then you cinch it down tight. It never hurts to grab and pull forward like that either. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a split ring, because you need some way to attach it to your Boat Killswitch, and you can get a assorted bag of these at Walmart. They're called assorted findings. So what you'll do is you'll take, this is I think a 1/2 inch split ring, and then you have your little key hook right here. That's what I call them. I don't know what they're really called. And you just pop it on there like so. And you want to run it onto your 2 core strands like this. If you want your, so this is going to judge the length of your cobra knot. So if you want your cobra knot that long, you'll do it about that long. But we're going to do it probably an inch, maybe 1.5 inches. And you fold your core strands back over the top like that. And this is what's going to hold that in place. So, and then you're just going to continue your regular cobra knot all the way until you get to the end of that and get it tight. And I'm going to pause this here, and whenever I get to the end, I will come back and show you. Alright, so we made it to the end of this cobra knot right here, or cobra braid. And you want to be sure that your split ring is tight on there, because you don't want it loose and kind of flopping around, you know. One way you can do that is you can take these 2 core strands that we braided over and pull them back up towards you like this, and that'll pull that in and tighten it. So we're going to make a king cobra braid. So we're going to pretty much go backwards with the cobra braid and come back up this way and cover some of this. And the way you do that is you just pretty much go backwards. You pretty much do the same thing. You're just going over what you've already braided, and in my opinion it makes a cooler looking braid, and you know, it's a little bit more durable looking. The same thing, you're just going in the opposite direction. So you're going to continue this all the way up to just about here, just the top of that cobra braid, and then you'll clip your core strands and burn everything and melt it together. And whenever I'm done with that, I will bring you back and show you the finished product. Alright, so that's the end, that's the finished product. Cut and melted all these. This is the back because that's where most of the melted ends are. You can take some adhesive and put all over that, and they'll make it a little stronger, but it's not going to come apart. It's not like you're going to be working with this. It's just a kill switch lanyard. It's not going to be under any heavy loads. We made this one about probably 18.5 inches long, I think is what it is. Fits on my wrist good. Doesn't come off. The braid looks pretty cool. You can always take and go back over this with a cobra braid or king cobra braid, but you would have to make your loop a little bit bigger. I think I said I made that at like 11.5 inches, so you'd want to do it about 12.5 inches, because when you put that cobra braid on, it's going to make this smaller, so it'll be a little harder for your wrist to go through. But I know this video is rough. That's my first one. I'll get better as I go. Thank y'all for putting up with me, and if there's anything else y'all would like to know how to make, comment and let me know.